I always feel a little rushed to like get through these videos as quickly as possible because I know when I am watching videos, I'm like, are you kidding me? 4 minutes? So I like to try to keep the videos short, but there's a lot to convey. And it takes whatever time it takes. And sometimes when I'm rushed, then I'm not just chill, and that's its own detriment. So I don't know. Trying to balance being chill with keeping the videos short and getting through the material quickly, but not talking too fast. It can be a little bit of a challenge. Just a little bit of behind the scenes making these videos. All right, so now we're gonna do these hands-on exercises, and the first one is I want to place a div on a page, format the div to have a width, height, and background color. Cool. So I'm going to go into WebStorm and I'm going to create a new folder. So right-click, New Directory, and 017 and underscore, and it's hands-on exercises, hands-on exercises, and then dash solutions. That's the next hands-on exercises and solutions. And then in here, I'm going to create a new directory, right-click, New Directory, 01, and that's it, just 01. And then right in there, right-click, New HTML file, and I'll call it index. And I do need to do some formatting here. And so I'll just do it the way, style sheets, best way, just keep them external. So I'll call it main. And then I'm going to right-click up here on my style sheet, choose split vertically. And now I have my style sheet over there. First thing I want to do is I want to link my style sheet to my HTML page. There I am. And then I want to place a div on the page. And I'm going to format the div, so I need a rule set. And my rule set is going to have a div as a selector. That is an element selector. I'm selecting every single div on this page. There's only one div right now. If there's more, they'd all be selected. And I want a width. And I want a height. I'll make that 400. So my height will be 200 pixels, and this will be 400. And then I want a background color. And I'm just going to do red. Sweet. And then I'm just going to preview it, make sure it all works. And there's my div. Very nice. And let's just make sure I got that correct. So I need to come back to Chrome. And width, height, background color. So the next one, exercise 2, is take the code from the hands-on exercise 1 and around the corners of the div. So I'm going to close all this. And then just copy this, Control-C, and then use my arrow key, move up, and Control-V, as in victory, and make this 02. And now my CSS has launched. I could do my index, and I could right-click, split vertically, and close that one. And now I have them there. And I want to do border radius. I just want to round the corner, so I use border radius to do that. And I'll do, I don't know, 50 pixels. So now come and take a look at the page. Got to come over to my index HTML to get this nifty little preview it. So I preview it there. And then open up Chrome and nice rounded corners. Pretty cool. All right, so that was exercise 2. Exercise 3 is take the code from exercise 2 and give the div a grooved border, which is 20 pixels. So I'm going to close these and copy that, arrow key to go up, Control-V as in victory, 03. And it launched my CSS. And what I need to do on that, I need to give it a border. Border. And 20 pixels, 20 pixels. And I could do Control Spacebar in WebStorm. And I wanted to use grooved. All right, oops. Groove. There we go. And then I will also give it color. And I will do, I don't know, tomato. There we go. Tomato and red look nice together. All right, and launch my index, and then just preview that. So come up here, and there it is. It's way over there now. And there it is. Pretty cool. Kind of funny looking, but it's kind of cool at the same time. I like it. All right, so that's the third one, and now the fourth one. Create a new HTML document. Place 2 divs on the HTML document. All right, so I'll just do a Control-C and Control-V and 04. And open this one up and right-click my style sheet, split vertically, and click that one closed, and then place one more div on the page, Control-D to duplicate, and then we want to give them each a width, a height, and a border, 40 pix dash red. So 40 pix dash red, I'm going to get rid of that line. And it wants dashed red for the border, dashed red. And it didn't say anything about background color, so I'll get rid of that one. And cool, so 400, 240 pix dashed red. And margin, I always say marring, I don't know why. Typing 20 pixels auto, 20 pixels auto. And again, this is the top and bottom. We'll have a margin of 20 pixels. And the right and left, top, bottom, right, left, right, whatever, will be automatically made equal, which will center this because it's only 400 pixels wide, and my screen is a 4K monitor. So that's like 1920 by 1080, 1920 by 1080, 1080 is 1920. So it's 3840 wide, 3,840 pixels wide, this monitor. Crazy. All right, margin 20 pixels auto. And there we go. Whoa, that's totally trippy. I think that margin is like way too big, or the border's way too big. So I'm going to do my border 10 pixels auto and refresh. That's much better. I'm going to do it 5 pixels auto and refresh. That's much better. I'm going to do it, yeah, 5 pixels is good. Interesting. All right, we'll see. We'll play with that. All right, so there we go. And what's the next thing it wants us to do? Also format the second div with this declaration, box sizing border box. So to format that, we've learned about class. And I'm going to do second, I don't know, whatever. This one will be, you know, has, you know, I don't know, don't, no grow. I'm going to call it no grow. There we go. And so it's not going to grow on the page. And for a class, I do that. And then I want box sizing, border box. And cool, so let's take a look, see what the difference is. Refresh, check it out, box sizing, border box. And if my margin was originally, or the border was originally, I said to do on the border, was originally 40 pixels. Let's see what that looks like. That's totally like alien. Looks like Space Invaders. So I'm going to go with 10 pixels and maybe 20 pixels, see what that looks like. And I'll stick with 10. Cool. So we'll change the exercise here, make it 10 pixels. Hopefully, you know, you got something out of it, even if you did it at 40. Cool. So now the last one is we want to take the code from hands-on exercise 3. So let's do that. Control C, go up, Control V, and I'm going to make it 05. So there's the code, and open up index and right-click my style sheet, split vertically. All right, and now give the div a background image using the following CSS declaration. So I could just copy these and come here, and now I need there. Whoa, here, bring this over. Background image. Right there, URL. All right, and so my path is not going anywhere, so I have to change that path. And I do have that puppy image, and so I need to come up one more, and there it is, and then go into that and pup. Nice, and so that will put that puppy in the background of this page. And I forgot to include that in the review. So there's our puppy. Pretty cool. And I forgot to include that in the review, so I've added that in when we did the review 2 videos ago. So that review right here, right there, I've added in background image, background size, and background repeat because those are CSS properties that we looked at briefly. And so I've added them into our list of all the ones we're learning. And I wanted just to sort of reinforce that. But I didn't go over it in the previous video in the review, so I just listed the code out there for you to include. All right, we've learned some really great things. I hope those hands-on exercises helped you. And of course, keep practicing even more on your own because that's just going to make you even stronger as a coder.